Hello, this is teacher Alexandros Ioannis Zisvaria. I'm a teacher of English, Greek, and Spanish, and I also translate. So today I'm going to talk to you about my intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, what drove me in my early years. Um, so the thing is that ever since I was born, I had this inner drive within my soul to know everything about languages, to know every single word, to know every single proverb, to know everything about languages, pronunciation, you name it. And the fact that my father was a sailor helped out a lot because I was able to travel with them a whole lot. I've been all over Europe and the Americas. So I was exposed to all kinds of languages and cultures and people ever since I was a kid, ever since I was born. So I would go to different countries and I would ask people, how do you say this in your language? How do you say that in your language? And that was something tremendous. And also the fact that my mom, she loves traveling as well. And also the fact that she is Chilean, I learned Spanish from her. And growing up in Greece, um, it's something that helped tremendously also because, as I mentioned in a previous video, the fact is that in Greece we would receive about 20 to 30 million tourists before COVID hit us, and because of that, uh, parents send their children to learn English and other foreign languages at the same time they send them to school. So by the time we're about 14 and 15 years old, we're bilingual at least. In my case, I'm trilingual. And, I would ask my mom, how do you say this in English? How do you say that in English? Until she got fed up and she sent me to an English institute in Athens, Greece. And that's when I started to study English formally. And I would study and I was really into it. But the thing is that when I was 13 years old, I went to another institute where I would get picked on all the time by my classmates, and man, they almost did a huge number on me. The good thing is that number one, Miss Marianne, my teacher, she'd always defend me. She'd always stand up for me, and she would always tell my classmates to get off my case. And the second thing is that because I wanted to quit, and I didn't have the guts to tell my mom about it. Instead of that, I would play hooky. So I would go anywhere instead of going to class. So the thing is that one of my neighbors, she saw me and she told on me. She told on me, and that turned out to be a blessing in disguise because once my mom found out, she would take me to class kicking and screaming. But she didn't know that I was being bullied because I didn't tell her until recently. And that was external motivation. The previous one, about coming within my soul was an internal motivation, intrinsic motivation. And that is external motivation, extrinsic motivation, when somebody else pushes you to do something good. And I want to thank my mom because if it hadn't been for her, I would have quit. And when I was 15 years old, I came to Chile, and almost nobody speaks English here. And I don't mean to be disrespectful towards a country that is my second home. I love Chile, but truth be told, they don't speak English. About 2 to 6% of the total population here in Chile speaks English. So I had to find ways to keep learning English, I did that through movies. And also had to do the same thing with Greek, because if they don't speak English, obviously they don't speak any Greek at all either, you know. So I would receive a lot of newspapers and magazines, and I would read my own books and stuff, because back then in the 90s, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones, you know. We couldn't download stuff from the internet, you know. We didn't have a YouTube. So, anyways, I had to figure out a way of staying um, in contact with the languages that I wanted to keep practicing. Obviously, I was going to practice my Spanish, because everybody here speaks Spanish, so I'm exposed to the Spanish language. So I needed to expose myself to the other two languages. And a huge turning point in my life was when I signed up in the British Institute in Viña del Mar. My teacher was an American man named Alan Steele. He is from Denver, Colorado. And if you're watching this, Mr. Steele, a huge shout out to you. Because Mr. Steele, he was a walking dictionary / encyclopedia. He knew everything about everything. Obviously, being a native speaker of English, his English was awesome, was perfect, you know. But he could be talking about legalese, you know, and legalese terms and issues and stuff. And then he could be talking about sports, and then he could be talking about movies and what have you. And he knew all the jargon, all the words, all the proverbs, everything. He was awesome. And I was like, wow, he had the wow factor. And that motivated me to be just like him, but take it to the next level by doing this in Greek and in Spanish as well. So thank you, Mr. Steele, for motivating me. That was a huge example of the extrinsic motivation. And then I went to college, but this is a huge chapter where a lot of things happened, and I'm going to leave that for the next video. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked the content of the video. And if you like the video, you can subscribe to my channel. You can hit the notification button, because a lot of videos like that will be coming in the future, especially the second part, which will be about my college days, about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. It's a huge, huge chapter, and I have to say a lot of things. And anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like I said previously. Hit the notification button. You can comment. You can post it on your social media. And thank you very much. And if you need Greek or Spanish, I will leave all of my details of how to get in contact with me in the description part of this video. So thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much, and good night. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.